All right, and we are live. So, welcome back to the Flozone experience. Number episode 22. Yeah, 22. And I have my main man Zahir, and I also have Sean Jamal. Sean Jamal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost forgot, but we've been back. We haven't done this in a little while, mostly because life just happens. But before we get into anything, I just want to say happy 1 year anniversary. It's a month late, but happy 1 year anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a year. Yeah.
It did start this year.
Yeah, we started in August.
Why do I feel like we started in 2021 for?
It was 2020.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah, it was. It's been a year.
Damn. That,
Yeah. It's been a year, yeah.
that goes by quick though.
Nah, it does, because I didn't realize it until I was like over
Bro,
here. I was like, man, like I've been away for a while now.
The older you get, the quicker time goes by.
Yeah, that means the more you gotta cherish it. I don't know why I am stuttering,
Except
but
when you're working though.
huh?
Except when you're working. That's when like time goes by the slowest.
Well, yeah, that's because you're hating every moment of it. Excuse me, but yeah, I guess we can talk about Jesus Christ. I see my microphone just like redlining, and I am so scared. I really don't want to be blasting someone's ears off. Hopefully that's good. I don't know. But I do want to start off with all the Twitch drama that's been going off, and honestly, I'm just gonna give a brief spark notes about it. So, Ms. Kiff got ousted for saying quote unquote edgy jokes, and also for trying to cover up an essay. Slicker got caught in gambling debts, and also XQC publicly cheated on his girlfriend and played the Kendrick Lamar song "We Cry Together," which is unhinged, psychotic. I mean, it was hilarious, but holy hell, that just leave me like looking at my screen thinking like, what the hell am I watching?
Twitch is high school. That's literally what it is. Twitch is just a big high school for a lot of people that didn't grow up.
Yeah, I mean, I literally commented that on one random person's TikTok on the subject. No, it was actually on XQC, and and Hassan was basically saying like, yeah, he's a grown man child, and also he eats his own toenails, which is just like, ew. Just like, ugh, like out of all the things, like, ugh.
Wasn't he arguing with like Andrew Tate?
Yeah, he had a little.
Hassan or XQC? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
did.
think Hassan was arguing with that dude too.
Hassan was
Yeah.
trying. Oh, sorry. I mean, Hassan was trying to have a real conversation. XQC was just like, I guess, shits and giggles.
This whole Andrew Tate happened thing while on our break, he literally like rised and then fell. Like the last time we spoke.
I mean,
That was a pretty quick rise too. Like all of a sudden he was everywhere. You couldn't go down YouTube Shorts without like running in. Like every 5 clips, it would be an Andrew Tate video.
He definitely for a while.
huh?
Definitely took over the internet for a while.
Oh no, he
Mhm.
definitely did.
Like being banned by every platform. Like that's kind of crazy.
I think the wildest thing is that the fact that he rose so quickly and then he fizzled out, mostly because it's like the manosphere's version of Leafy is here. And I kept on making that parallel, and I didn't I made the parallel, but I didn't 100% understand it. I'm like, why am I thinking of Leafy is here when I'm thinking of Andrew Tate? And I'm just like, oh, they're the same person, except Andrew Tate doesn't mobilize his fan base to go harass people. That's like the only difference. But outside of that, they're the same. They have the same story arc.
Nah, his boyfriends do that on their own accord.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like honestly crazy because you speak of Andrew Tate. So a funny side note. So owner of a Valorant team, G2, he was caught partying with Andrew Tate. And instead of apologizing when he got backlash for it, he like tripled down on it. But
What do you say?
he was basically like, I can actually pull up his tweets. G2 owner, uh, G2 owner Andrew Tate. Okay, let's see exactly what he says. Because last I saw, he like literally left his stuff up.
I mean, if you're gonna triple down, double down, you might as well.
I don't remember. I'm not seeing it directly, and I don't want to misquote him. But he basically he doubled down, just like, this is a free country. I can do what I want. Fuck all you guys. But irony's a bitch, and you want to know why? Because him tripling down on Andrew Tate cost his esports organization a spot in order to get franchised for Valorant. So what getting franchised in Valorant means is that basically it's going to be like the NBA, to where even if you're like a really good team, you can only play like other official franchise teams. And a franchise spot is going to be roughly estimated for somewhere between $10 to $15 million. So he essentially made a $10 to $15 million mistake. And
hold up, but they could take away your team just for who you party with.
No. So basically, they were in the in between phases. They were a shoo-in for it, but at the very last minute, the sponsor who was gonna sponsor their team pulled out because of this.
Here's the thing with that. Like, my thing is that, like, there has to be more. I know a lot of people already don't like Andrew Tate, but there has to be more to the story where everyone's like, yo, just stay away from this guy. It's like something we haven't figured out yet. Besides the fact that he's like extremely unlikable, extremely unlikable and all the like crimes and stuff like that, there has to be more to it that we don't know. I think there is more to it that we don't know. We'll find out soon, but it can't be just that.
But like, you're gonna pull away a sponsorship because of that? That's like, I get he's problematic, but to pull away a sponsorship because he was partying with somebody,
I don't know. That's kind of like I guess the story that we know so far, but it could be like what Sean said. There could be more to this.
There's got to be something going behind the scenes.
There has to be something they have on Tate where they know, and that's the reason why the internet doesn't want him on the platform. I'm not saying that because I'm like caping for him or anything. I'm not caping for Andrew Tate. I just think there has to be something more. It doesn't make sense.
Wait, be like legitimate sex crimes or something.
I mean, I know about those stuff. Like, I know about these things. I agree, but like, I watched like 2 or 3 videos where they talked about him, and when I saw like the alleged crimes things, and I was like, yeah, these are bad. Maybe I haven't watched them that deep in, but like when I watched them, I was like, these aren't the crimes he was accused of. I think the one thing where I saw was like very disturbing was the video of him,
tossing around
a little, yeah, and I was like, that's no, that's not acceptable. I don't think you, even in the context he was trying to put it in, I was like, that's not what it looks like. But I don't think that
it didn't look like that.
But that's the thing, though. Like, we accept a society will accept it from a lot from other people, but they won't accept it from like a white man. Like, it's kind of that's why I'm saying there has to be a little bit more to it, because we still allow like certain people to walk around after we know, like.
Oh, I mean, he still does have a career because he streams on Rumble. Yeah, he streams on Rumble, which is like some very weird alt-right, like no, is that the right? No, is that the right direct? I don't. Whatever. It's some Republican bullshit. I don't know what it is.
I've never heard of it till now.
You don't want to know about it. I went on their front page. I saw Andrew Tate, and then I saw it was some sort of MCU thing, and it was also this excommunicated YouTuber who I don't remember their name.
I'm clearing my history after that. Cookies, cachet, all that. I'm clearing that website.
Ah, you're in Palm Beach. You're safe. The FBI won't run up in your crib.
Yeah, we're not in Mar-a-Lago.
Allegedly, of course.
Oh god.
Yeah, we know you guys are in Nebraska right now.
Hey, but I just want to make this publicly clear. Fuck Andrew Tate. We don't stand with his stuff. I mean, can a broken clock be right? Can a broken clock be right twice a day? Yeah, but that doesn't justify all the other bullshit. he does on a daily basis. And plus, I don't. We can honestly talk about him a little bit since we haven't even talked about him, because I think the over glorification of, I don't want to say hustle culture, but like just that rise and grind, be a man, like
This
it's kind
whole
of,
man versus woman thing.
it's a very
Yeah, I'm sick of
exhausting.
it.
It's a very
It's,
exhausting
We got
conversation.
to get past it.
But let me tell you something, bro. I want our people to be free from the shackles of this man versus women thing. It's the
You
whole
mean
relationship.
podcast?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's getting really dry.
It's getting annoying, bro. It's like every couple videos, it's like high value man. This is what you need to do. Be a high value man. Oh, why aren't women cooking anymore? Oh, men need to be providers. It's like, god damn, bro. Like black people are in shackles right now over this topic.
But
I've seen on Twitter, like every time that topic comes up now, people are like, yo, black people have talked about anything of value since the civil rights movement. Like they just be talking about anything.
But funny enough, I don't think this is just a white people thing. You want to know why? Because of Jordan Peterson's weird ass like pivot into like this whole pipeline too. So I'm just like, I don't think this is just a black people thing. I really do think this is just like, because Andrew Tate's fan base was like very wide. I've met a lot of people who, even like I met white dudes who were Kevin Samuels fans, and it was a little odd. Definitely a little fucking odd, I'm not gonna lie. And it wasn't
I
like the
didn't
little
like
Kodak
Kevin
babies.
Samuels in the beginning, but I saw a couple of his videos. That man was funny. Kevin Samuels has some funny moments, man.
I think that's the difference between Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. I think at first I thought Andrew Tate was literally playing a character. I didn't take him seriously at first until like all the stuff started coming out about him. I'm like, oh, like I thought this guy was legit playing a character. Like I didn't think he was actually serious about it. But when they try to replace it, here's the thing: when you have I like to call it like a regime. Like,
Wait, what did you say? You broke up a bit. Hello? Hurricane Ivan? Hello?
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Bro, I think like my cord is like bad for my mics. I have to get new cords. But like when it comes to the rise and fall and you have like power vacuums and stuff like that, with Kevin Samuel's death, it caused a power vacuum and it caused a whole rush to the top. That's why you keep seeing a lot of these. Like I feel like more than ever. Now more than ever, we see all these like men versus women topics things.
Mhm.
Like I used to see it a lot, but I see it way more from random people now.
But
People are just really, they're gunning for that top spot. They're gunning for where Kevin Samuels used to be. And Andrew Tate was that guy for a second until they got rid of him very quickly.
But I've noticed a lot of women have taken up like Kevin Samuel's side, like trying to be that type of person. Yeah, I see a lot of female content creators who try to feed into that man versus women, but they're like usually on the men's side of things.
I've seen the opposite to where
I've seen this one black woman. She's kind of like light skinned. There's this white chick who, fuck, I can't remember her name, but there's a couple of them out there, bro.
It's like it's a thing now. It's like a thing on TikTok where they're like glorifying housewives and stuff like that, and I guess that's cool. But
and I thought it was weird because I thought we were supposed to be like breaking down the whole patriarchy thing, but then this whole new like thing is just the patriarchy with a Gen Z twist to it. It's like so weird.
Okay, so to the piggyback off of your point, I've seen the exact opposite where I've seen way more niggas ain't shit content than because you're talking about the whole what is it called? It's that Abby Shapiro bullshit. It's like embrace femininity or traditional wife or something. They have a term for it. I can't remember it. But my second point is that I feel that where a lot of these things fail is that they're giving advice for like people who live in like maybe the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s. They're not giving 2020 solutions. Because I kid you not, I think a lot of people are looking for a very general and broad solution to this debate. And it's like, it's more nuanced to this.
Everybody.
Huh?
It's not going to work for everybody. Like, you can't be like there's a whole bunch of people saying like, oh, the man needs to be the provider. He needs to pay for my nails, he needs to pay for my hair, all my bills and stuff like that. But then like look at the economy. Like, man, you live in Alabama. You're not gonna get a man like that man's gonna be making $40,000, man. Like
They
he
ain't no
ain't gonna be
factory
taking care
jobs.
of everything.
So social media's got these people's brains piled up. They think that they got a like from some famous guy that makes probably that portrays that he makes a lot of money, that they think this is what the goal is, but that's not really the case. Like social media, people got to realize the social media stuff isn't real. Like the people that they think are making money are not making as much money as you think. Like
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody's making 100K. Like when the hell did everybody start making 100K?
it's not. It's not. That's not the case. I don't know why we keep believing everything that we see on our phones. We got to stop doing that.
Also, I'd like to say that like I think a lot of people glorify. You ever see while we're on this topic, you see the stuff where it's like I don't want to do with a 9 to 5, blah 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 blah, but like I don't think a lot of people are built for the different
struggles of
lifestyle.
running a
Yeah,
business.
I don't think people are built for that because while I understand the appeal of it, I don't even understand. I don't even want to say understand. I literally observe the appeal of it. I don't understand it. I don't think people are built for this. And now, funny enough, on TikTok, I saw this one video where it's like it was like suburban women glorify hood dudes or something like that, or something along
I
those
saw that
lines.
too.
And I was just like, huh, I can't disagree with this. Like I really can't, because I've seen this phenomenon. Like we've all seen this phenomenon happen. Because like we went to a very suburban high school, to put in the nicest terms, and we've seen this phenomenon happen. We don't say it out loud, but we all can think of like one name where it's like we've seen literally that situation happen to, and it's like I don't know.
I mean, like, and then I seen the new topic of the reverse of that, where it's like these college educated black men don't want to date hood chicks or something like that, and it's like, is this what really this is what we got to talk about? Like, this is all we have to talk about right now?
I don't get it. Listen,
I don't get it. No, you can go.
I don't question people on their intentions of what they want anymore. I'm kind of past that. Like it just doesn't. If something doesn't,
You cut out.
if something doesn't make sense to me anymore, I'll question it for a little bit. But like I realize that certain people, you can't really just like, you're not gonna be able to understand them. So I just feel like if it's frustrating. I'm cutting out a lot, bro. I need to buy. This is really bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of people also go off what other people say. I bet there's like a lot of people who are just joining on a team, whatever, man versus woman, and they're joining their side, and it's like, okay, I guess this is what I gotta rock with. This is what I gotta agree with, because this is what everybody else is saying, even though I don't agree with it.
I feel that a lot of people are too scared to just want to lead their own fucking lives. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, we create content for fun, but if it makes out, cool. But like, we all have things that we're striving for in our personal lives. Like, we're not like have you ever seen someone try and make content as if it's all they do, but it is not working out? I feel that a lot of people are trying to live that life where it's like, oh, like I want to lead this lifestyle whether it's going to work or not. Like, you feel me?
And it's not working, because we see it with influencers right now. People are turning on influencers.
Which
Influencers, all like
like influencers in general, just that whole idea of people being influencers. Like, people don't find influencers as relatable anymore. You know what I mean?
that's because niggas making money. I
Yeah,
mean,
that.
yeah, like this has probably been the most profitable time to be an influencer, because 2016 YouTube gets like brought up a lot because careers were established during that time period. But in terms of like pure money, I think it's probably the most money we've seen in this content creator sphere, like honestly ever, because you can be a macro and you can be a micro influencer that just, yeah, you have like 40K Instagram followers, but they're true fans, so they actually go and buy your things. You have the IG model with the million bots, and they're just able to get like those random ad deals, and somehow some way they're able to sell stuff just because they have a big platform. You have like Mr. Beast of the world, who is honest, who has unclaimed children up the wazoo. And I'm when I say unclaimed children, I mean like Mr. Beast clones, just to clarify. He doesn't have baby mamas. Just so I get why people want to be content creators, because it's a nice lifestyle. Like, why do I want to go to the moon? Niggas have done that. Why, when I can go get 1 million stubs? Like, why would, like, NASA, NASA, like people who like do all that aerospace stuff, if you're working in the public sector, you're not even making that much bread apparently compared to how much you can make in the private sector for it, which is crazy. Motherfuckers going to the moon and back are like making like 80K. Like, what? And that
But then you also got these influencers who like complain about being like influencers. You know what I mean? They're like, this is such hard work. I gotta post this many videos. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
Here's why my
bad, bro. Like that one video, that one chick, Michaela Testa.
Who?
She had that video on TikTok. She was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, it's so sad. We went down Skid Row. Look at all the homeless people. Oh my gosh, look at this $20 bill. It's so aesthetic, isn't it?" Like, guys, look at it. And in the next video, she's like, "I take a $75 Uber every day to get Starbucks because I don't want to drive because I don't have a car." It's like, that's $30,000 a day, a year, that you're spending just to get Starbucks.
Grant Skeven has this thing where he hates Starbucks coffee, and I think I see his point now. Like I think I see his point. That's psychotic. You can go make that at home. And second off, a lot of people make money, but a lot more people don't have financial literacy. And this is content creators just in life in general. Like, don't look up to the person who's making like a fuck ton of money, not necessarily because, oh, it may not work out for you, this, that, and the third. It could be that man probably might be in debt and he just has a flashy lifestyle. Like, you don't know if he can actually maintain his lifestyle in a healthy manner.
Yeah, I think that I think as a society, we kind of look up to these people too much. I always say that, like, the people that you should really look up.
His mic cut off, but I think he's gonna say the people that you look up to should be your mother and your father, right? Yes.
I was gonna say the people in your community that are actually doing good things. Like the people I was gonna say the people in your community probably are doing better things than these like influencers and a lot of these people. Like, don't look up to these people. And it's easy to say that as you're older, because like you're a lot older, you're going through your own things. And as a kid, like, yeah, I had an influence, or there's like people I wanted to be like, but like at the end of the day, like, you can only be yourself. You can pretend to be something that you're not, and you're just gonna be unhappy because you know that you're pretending. Deep down, you know you're pretending. You're not that person.
Yeah, people see through it. People see through it eventually.
It's easy to see through. Like, you'll see what you're actually, like, what type of person you are as you get older. And you can, like I said, you can pretend to be that person because you want to be that person that you are, but you can't really fake something like that. Like, you can't fake a personality. You can turn on the camera and pretend to be that person when the camera's on, but you can pretend to be that person when the camera's off, but eventually you're going to have to be yourself. Like, It comes down to that. So stop looking up to these people. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's people in really bad situations where it's like, yeah, like the only person I can look up to is that phone. But like, there's somebody in your community that you don't know them, maybe get to know them, but they're probably way better influences to your life than someone that's doing random period on your. So
I don't know why when you said I don't know why when you were talking about that, I randomly thought of like people in your community. You want who came up in my head? Fucking Young Jeezy out of nowhere. I was like, people. You kept on saying people in your community. And I kept on thinking of Young Jeezy for no fucking reason. It's like it's not even funny. It's just a random side tangent, but it's like, oh god.
you want to talk about email now? I feel like we got
All right,
like
let's go to
into
talk
some
about
we got into some life topics really quick.
All right, man.
Hey man, we can get into that bag more often though.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka fumbled the bag of the century. In the span of a couple months, you go from losing the NBA Finals to losing your wife to losing your job.
Did he lose his job yet? Technically,
He hasn't lost his job yet, but he's going to lose it.
He's getting quietly fired.
There's reports saying that his time with the Boston Celtics is over. I think the reason why they suspended him for the whole season is because of like legalities and stuff like that. Because you have to suspend a person before you fire them. So yeah, this is a lesson for everybody who works in corporate America. Do not sleep with your coworkers, or at least somebody who's under you. Do not sleep with them. This story like should teach people that the line of consent is blurry when you're in a position of power and you're sleeping with somebody under you.
fuck that. Just don't sleep with people at your job. Don't do that.
Period.
Like, don't shit where you eat.
That's
I don't know why. How many times you have to tell people the same thing? People constantly,
bro, all over Twitter and like Instagram. It's like, it's consensual though. What's the problem with that? It's consensual, and people can't get past that part.
But I did agree with that at first. Because if it is consensual, that was one thing. But at that same time, that's still on Ime at the end of the day. Like, you shouldn't be messing with someone in the workplace. Why do people keep making this mistake? Even if he was on a higher position of power and they're both in the same position, why are you doing that? Like,
here's the thing.
Why?
I think it started off consensual, and then she withdrew consent afterwards. After she's like, "Yeah, this is not. I shouldn't be doing this." But the thing is, I think Ime's camp leaked that part where it said it was consensual to get in front of the story, so it doesn't seem as bad as like it would come out to be. Because now everybody's all they're focusing is on is, oh, it's consensual. See, the report said it was consensual.
I think you know how there's like a whole anti-SJW movement. I think there's something going on with this where it's like, I think you see people like men get accused of like essaying and like all these horrible things, and I think it's some sort of anti like they're just like, oh, this is fine, they both consent to it, like what's the problem? And they're purely looking at it as like a potential SA case, when it's like, no, this is probably much deeper than this. And this, like Matt Barnes made a video essentially saying, hey, I was on his side until I learned the truth. Like, this is way messier than what we know publicly. Like, this is a very messy situation, and
I think it's gonna take a while before we get to know, because either somebody is pregnant, or he started harassing the chick, or there's a video that got leaked or something.
No, there was they leaked part of it. Part of it they found out he was fucking the VP, the vice president's wife.
Oh,
I saw
that. It was they said it was a travel agent.
They said it was multiple people.
It was multiple people.
Yeah.
Oh, like, why are you doing that? Why?
And also,
what?
Also, fuck Twitter. You want to know why I say fuck Twitter?
Yeah, fuck Twitter. I agree. Go ahead.
You know, NBA Twitter is disgusting.
Yeah, it was that one Lakers account that we've all seen before. It's like the Pepe and the Lakers hoodie. Yeah, fuck that guy. granted, everybody makes mistakes, but like this is a big fuck up. I mean, there's gravity to this. So I kid you not. So the person who was floating around in all these photos, she was on the staff, like directly on the basketball staff, but
Celtics, yeah.
she's not a part of this scandal to what we know. And also she was getting dogpiled. I mean, fucking dogpiled. Also, like, this is such a select group of people, but like the people who are like the pseudo Dr. Umars of the world, like, fuck you. Like, people are like, oh, you would cheat on Nia Long for this. Colorism's a hell of a thing. And I'm just like, first off, that's so weird. That's so weird. And then second off, that's not even the woman who's like confirmed. And people were talking about her as if this was confirmed. It's crazy, the power of Twitter.
Getting bullied too because of their looks. Because there was that one tweet where it was like, "Damn, you email, like, I understand why you did it, but if it's these other two chicks, like, you need to be in horny jail forever." Like, I felt bad for those women. I was like, Jesus, like, they're getting made fun of their looks.
I blame the Celtics organization. This is partially on them. I understand this if it's a situation where you want like the woman to feel protected, but if that's the case, it sounds fucked up. Maybe I'm not right on this case. Maybe I'm wrong. I really feel like the person that he did have any relationships with, their names should have been outed as well. Because there's no reason that situation where if I'm in a relationship with this person and I find this out and they're telling me they never did it, but the whole internet is saying a whole nother thing. Who am I supposed to believe? Like, in terms of infidelity, like, that's a scary situation to even be in. Like, the internet's saying one thing, your wife is saying another. You don't know what the fuck is going on. And then when the organization isn't telling anything, they aren't saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes you, like, come on. Like, she has kids. She might have kids. She might have a husband. Like, I think she has a husband. I don't know if she has kids. But, like,
I think I agree with that take.
that's
but
horrible.
There's a huge asterisk. But there's like a huge asterisk behind it, and that's I don't feel comfortable really talking about this more than what we know and more than what's actually confirmed, because I feel that these reports are even like, unless it's from the Athletic, Sports Center, ESPN, or some other reputable source like Bleacher Report, I'm not trusting any of these other motherfuckers. After the whole debacle we just saw, there better be a verified check mark before I even glance at your tweet regarding this, because this whole thing is disgusting. And I think the Celtics organization it's weird. I want them to do more, but in the same breath, I don't even think the Celtics organization could have predicted a random loser going through their entire roster and making an educated guess, which was so you missed the mark by a country fucking mile.
Yeah, especially since there's a whole bunch of people who work for the Celtics. Like,
yeah, it could
Celtics not just like staff 30 people. It's like more than 130 or something like that.
Yeah, there's this one. You see this one tweet where it's like the one cheerleader on the Miami Heat. She's just like, "How'd you meet your husband at work?" And that was trending. I was just like,
it was Eric Spoelstra's wife.
Yeah. I was just like, that's such an awful thing to like just resurface in general. Whoever brought that back up, fuck you. But like, that was kind of funny.
Maybe there is a disconnect, because I feel like if you talk to a lot of people in older generations, they'll say that they met at work. Like, they met each other at work.
But also,
was talking about that. He was like, back in the day, the 70s, the 80s, this type of shit happened all the time. Like, he's with her, he's with her. Now they're not together anymore. Like, it was just things people did in sports. Now, post Me Too, you can't do that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because this gets dicey very quickly. And I think even if like this is, I'm not even talking about Ime anymore. I'm just talking about like a random hypothetical. Like, even if it's both consensual, like the fact that, you know, cheating occurred, it's still not a great look. You might not lose like everything like Ime, but like it's still not a great look.
I mean, it's a terrible look. I mean, like Nia Long didn't found out on Twitter.
As far as we know.
Yeah, as far as we know. Well, I think she said to TMZ that she found out like with the rest of everybody.
Damn. Yikes.
Like, how do you and she just moved to Boston. She just moved to Boston. And you know what's the craziest part? The travel chick was like
Booking her flights.
actually knew Nia Long too. So I guess she was like booking her flights and stuff like that. And it's like and you got an 11
The evil world. It's an evil world we live in. I'll just evil world, bro. That's all I have to say. Is an evil world.
Also, to wrap this up, if you're one of the people who are like, if Nia Long got cheated on, what do you think will happen to me? It's just like, shut up, fuck you.
This isn't about
Shut
you.
up. Yeah,
This
like
isn't
shut
about
up,
you.
fuck you.
Those people need to go drink some milk.
Beyonce got cheated on.
Beyonce got cheated on. Halle Berry got cheated on. Victoria's Secret models got cheated on.
Oh,
Is there any given Sunday, bro?
There's Auburn preach.
what'd you say?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Auburn Preach actually had a pretty good take. Like they're saying like, you guys got to stop looking at Hollywood couples. Like, you guys got to realize these actors and celebrities, they do relationships way different than regular people. There's a different dynamic when it comes to that stuff. The way they do relationships is weird, which is the reason why I feel like this is a good segue to Adam Levine.
Yeah,
Speaking of the
it's
devil,
like, oh, look at that body. It's so amazing. I'm rock
Holy
hard.
fuck. Holy fucking fuck.
Amaze balls.
This topic has got me annoyed because of how much it showed up on my For You page. I have never grown so tired of a topic so quickly. First, I wake up in the morning and I go on TikTok while I'm eating my cereal, and this white chick, very pretty. I was like, oh damn, she's kind of cute. She starts talking about, oh, I had an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. Now, we just got done talking about people going through, you know,
Infidelity.
the staff about Ime Udoka and stuff. But this one was pretty easy to figure out because I think she did say she was the model was pregnant. And I was like, oh,
She
okay,
left bread trail. Nah, here's the thing, bro. She was trying to be anonymous, but she left the whole bread trail. Like,
She
what are you
left
doing?
breadcrumbs all over the place.
It's not bread, bro. It was a whole loaf. She left multiple loaves of bread for everyone to find out. This was not a cold case. Like, everyone was like, oh, it's this person.
But the conversation like shifted to her saying that she was manipulated. And she was like, oh, I'm 22. I was 22. I was new to LA. I didn't know what I was doing. And I felt like I was manipulated. I was like, sis, come on. Bro.
I never been so upset hearing something. When she had said that, I actually got visibly upset.
Well,
if you're a homewrecker, just own it. Just say that you're a homewrecker. Don't say that you got manipulated. You knew he was a married man. Stop it.
Some of these white women don't know how to be held accountable for their actions. Like, you knew what you did, bro. We're grown folks. You were like, you can't make the excuse, well, I was 22, I was young. Like, we all know cheating is bad.
You gotta put your hand up and be like, I fouled her. Like,
the fact that you had to be like, oh, I was manipulated. And then you had all these fucking white chicks stitching the videos like, see, like, oh, why are we making her to be out to be the bad guy? Why can't we hold Adam Levine accountable and stuff like that? I'm like,
no one said we weren't.
She knew the dude was married and he had a kid on the way.
with
The funny. Go ahead. 36.
I think the funniest thing about this is that you want to know my first reaction when I read the text that got leaked. First off, it was two different things. It reminded me of someone, and also the way that like I guess white people flirt and like the way other racial groups flirt is drastically different. And just reading it out loud, I'm not sure if this is an Adam Levine thing or a white guy thing, but like That motherfucker might as well said your pussy's poggers. Like you might as well have said that, man. Like Jesus Christ.
He's so fucking hard.
To be fair, if you read any type of those texts, they never sound good out loud. So
they
like,
don't.
I'm actually giving him the benefit of the doubt. But they were bad. They were very corny, very bad. You could tell he's 40.
That
but
man
like
sound bad.
any sex, if you read any sex out loud, they never sound good.
Also,
they never sound good.
Greg, you know exactly who reading the text who remind me of. You remind me of V.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not sure if I want to say it, but I'm just like, yo, this motherfucker really.
Why did he catch a stray?
Bro, no, let me explain why. Okay, to those watching at home, we have a good friend. We love him to death.
Hey,
Yeah,
chill out.
I can't say it. I can't say the
no,
sentence.
no. You already said his name. Like
I said
you
V.
can't do that.
I didn't say
Okay, it's gonna be very. We
Okay,
literally just had the conversation of people going through lists of people to figure something out. It wouldn't be too hard to figure out who we're talking about. Stop.
Thank you.
We're live. We can't edit this.
Thank you.
Oh.
Anyways, you know what's the most disgusting part about this? Was that he wanted to name his daughter after the fucking chick.
Oh,
That's wild.
I was like, that's disgusting.
I started
That
laughing
was-
at that. That's horny overload.
I was like, man, it's Adam Levine. I guess he's famous. It doesn't shock me when a famous dude cheats. That's like the least. I'm like, yeah, that's a given. But the fact that he wanted to name his daughter after his mistress was something that is so low that I can't look at you the same after that. If one of my homeboys did that, I'll be like, nah, bro.
He will be loved. Don't even hit the same no more. Who will be loved? Who Adam?
I don't know.
You,
Certainly
your
not his
daughter or
wife.
your mistress? You're saying the same name. Well, you wanted to do it. I'm just like, oh god.
Who knows?
Nah, he definitely got the moves like Jagger. Them bum ass texts. He could text like he's 50 years old, bro.
But
Gosh, you're so hot. You're so hot.
oh my god.
I may have to see the booty.
Oh my god.
Have no saying that to a girl with no ass is wild. I'm sorry.
Bro.
You can't be saying that to a girl that got the pancakes, bro. Like, she got the flat back, she got the cockroach back. You can't be saying that. That's a wild statement. You can't say that, Adam.
Dude was in horny jail.
Little mom built like a fastback.
You can't be built like a piece of paper and be saying that's. Come on, dog.
But you want to know what the worst thing about it, though? Like, really, like, the worst thing about it? If he really went through with naming his daughter after his mistress, if I'm whoever I signed him to, I would definitely look at him different whenever he's trying to pitch his next album. That's all I gotta say.
I'll give his wife full custody after that.
Yeah, his wife is getting your royalties off that, off that alone. That's disgusting.
You want $1 million in child support? You get it. Yeah, sure. There's your child support. You get $1 million.
I'm disappointed in
royalties.
Adam. I really am.
And masters.
Imagine like as a kid you grow up and then you read that story and then you like look at your name and you're like, what the fuck?
Yo,
That's where my name come from?
Imagine, bro. That's gotta mess you up. That's one of those moments as a kid where it's like, granted, you're probably not telling a child that, but it's like that's a moment where it's like you almost like lose your innocence for a second time. Even as an adult, you're just like, damn, my nigga. I legally changed my name. I legally changed my name. I think that's the only right option. You're changing first and last. First and last.
Nah, you would never be able to look at your dad the same after that.
I mean, cheating alone.
Hard to.
Cheating alone, let alone that. I mean, like,
Does Ned have kids?
Yeah, I think he does.
Damn.
looks like he needs to make a survival guide on how to
Bro,
deal with cheating.
The last 3 weeks, man, everybody's got exposed, bro.
City
Everybody's
Boys down 100.
Gerard Piqué cheating on Shakira. It's like it is. It's
It did happen. Oh, damn.
But didn't Shakira also beat some sort of like tax fraud thing, which is like wild?
Yeah, she did beat the case. I think she's moving out of Spain now after beating the case. Good. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can say good for her because I don't know how I feel about tax fraud. So
Yeah.
I like people that do tax fraud. So
Both Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar have gotten in trouble for tax evasion in Spain. It's like a thing that happens in Spain a lot. Tax evasion.
I really wonder what the tax rate is for everyone to be like, yeah, I'm not paying that. It has to be something crazy, right? But then again, I always say that, but then I see like how much millionaires are actually paying compared to the percentage that regular people pay. I'm like, yo, you got to pay that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Like you can't get out of
It's
that.
pennies on the dollar.
Like if I gotta get fucked, you gotta get fucked too.
We're in this together.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like. Oh my god! Sorry
I'm
to bring
getting
back up.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring
No
back
lube,
up Twitch.
no lube for me, no lube for you. You can't use lube.
Sorry to bring back up Twitch, but it's something I didn't bring back. I didn't bring up earlier in the first thing. They cut their subscription. They cut their subscription share from 70-30 to 50-50, and motherfuckers were like, "Oh, we're in this together." And their press release, and I kid you not, multiple creators are just like, "No, I'm going to YouTube. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this." And I genuinely think Twitch is gonna. I think I give Twitch a good 5 years, and I feel like we're
I
watching.
think they're gonna reverse it. I think they have.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are, because Twitch doesn't have culture no more. Twitch doesn't. It's too bloated to have culture.
That's the thing. Moist. Like he was basically. You guys hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. When Moist Critical made a video about it, he basically said that the 1% of Twitch is basically 70% of the audience. Like the 1% of Twitch streamers, they have 70% of the audience. If 5 or 6 of these guys leave, like we know who the like the Poggers community is. I don't think Kai would leave now because like Kai's number 1.
He has
But
90K subs.
if the
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, shout out to a black man. We love to see a black man on top, especially if it's a black dude. I like. Shouts out to Kai. I like Kai. But if the whole Poggers community leaves, that whole Poggers whatever, then they all leave. Like, what is Twitch gonna do? Twitch is not. They've been very hesitant to give the crown to Kai. I don't even think they have. They really acknowledged that he's number 1 yet.
Twitch don't acknowledge nobody. Okay. Twitch don't give a damn about you. Twitch don't give a damn about nobody. Okay. Like
when Ninja was Ninja, were they acknowledging Ninja?
no, I don't
No,
think
really?
so.
Oh, okay,
I don't think so.
Microsoft fucked up big time by closing down their platform.
I mean, they sold it off to Facebook.
Yeah. So either Facebook needs to start making some deals real quick and start getting these guys over there, or they're all just
Streaming,
gonna go
yeah,
YouTube.
gaming on Facebook. Actually, I don't know. We could see it though, because if Facebook's gonna allow it to be like the Wild Wild West with MW2 coming out, it might be a great time. It might be a great time.
Which is a
You
perfect decision.
drop that N bomb. They ain't gonna get you off Facebook for that.
Because I kid you not, I hear that Facebook is something that you shouldn't sleep on because oddly enough, it's like really big in like South Asian countries, which is like, oh, that's like really interesting. But Facebook, the best way I describe Facebook, if you're a content creator, Facebook is the place that you use to gain leverage for your YouTube contract or your Twitch contract. It's somewhere that you entertain enough so that you can leverage more money. Because I think they have the potential to do it, but I don't think they'll ever outgrow the stigma of being Facebook. If this was Instagram, I think they wouldn't deal with as many of these problems as they're dealing with in terms of stigma, because you need just an inherent like sub 35 audience for these things. Because like if you got kids, you got a job, niggas with jobs are not watching live streams like that. Okay, can we be fucking frank? Can we be fucking for real? People with lives are not watching Twitch streams like that. They may watch the highlights of the streams if they enjoy the person, but they are not like Twitch streams are really built for like kids and people who don't have lives and who have money. Those are like the two main demographics. and I'm not trying to talk down to anyone, but it's like, I'm not even like giving a stray to anyone in chat, but like past a certain point, like call a spade, because there's a difference between inherently watching someone on Twitch and then watching someone on YouTube. Because I feel that on Twitch, it is a more tight-knit community because they're all united under the guise of gaming. Because
Poggers.
I'm gonna be real, Twitch hasn't been about gaming since Lord knows when, and I feel that a lot of people need to genuinely accept that. And I feel that a lot of people haven't realized that like gaming isn't that profitable, and it's not that great of a niche to be in. Like it's just not. It's just inherently not. Because
It never has. It's very volatile. It's very volatile.
Yeah. Like I love gaming. I do it all the time. I stream it, but I can call a spade and be like, hey, like this is something I would occasionally live stream. I don't think I should build a foundation off just playing just like gaming. I just don't think you really should.
It's impossible. I remember back then I used like even the old like Call of Duty people that I used to watch on YouTube, like they were literally easily getting 400, 500,000 every single video. I just looked up one of them right now. I'm not gonna say his name, but he posted a video. He posted a video yesterday and it only has 34,000 views. Granted, 34,000 views is a lot of views. Don't get me wrong, but this is coming from a dude that used to get 500, 600,000 regular. So like it's extremely volatile for you to stay in these places. Like it's extremely hard to do.
Oh, okay. Funny enough, while talking about that, I had an idea of making a video on like my personal channel, because I plan on making a personal channel like soon. And I wanted to talk about how 2020 was essentially a lost year for gaming, because I feel that it was a perfect storm for gaming to take over as the medium, the way like animation really took a leap forward and, you know, bailed a lot of your favorite streaming companies' asses, you know, because they're the only people who are able to make new content. Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah, fucking HBO and Netflix too. I will always shit on Netflix whenever I fucking can. Whenever they make one positive, they go 2 steps back. Fucking annoying. But I feel that during even 2021, those were 2 years that gaming really should have been bigger than what it is. I feel that
What do you mean?
I mean, you mean the storm, the human malware thing. I feel like that really caused everything to take a step back, though. I don't think you can blame that on them.
But I think that was when
It should have been the time, though.
Yeah, it should have been the
when,
time.
Gaming was the biggest though.
Yeah.
When we were all locked inside and everybody was playing Animal Crossing and everybody bought a Switch, like you couldn't find a Switch anywhere.
Yeah, but I feel maybe it's just me, but I feel that games that have come out these past few years, while there have been great ones, there's also been more disappointments than anything else. Like Halo
More
Infinite.
mid than ever.
Yeah, and it's like,
hey, you thought Infinite was mid?
Halo Infinite.
I liked Infinite.
Halo Infinite mechanically
It was a fun time.
is great. I think it's the best 343 has made. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Where 343 has, I don't even want to say fumble, because that is an understatement. They have nuked the ball out of their hands, is that they just have not had any content. They had this huge reveal like literally a week or two ago. Like they like talking about like, oh my god, guys, look what we're gonna show. Look what we're gonna show. Just to unveil a fucking map. One singular map. There has not been that much new content, and people who are diehard Halo fans are just like, nah, fuck this. Like they don't want any part of this. Because like, yeah, it plays great, but there is like nothing to do. There is not enough in that game to be like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. Because I don't even know if they have I think they just got Forge maybe a few months ago, and they made a Toy Story thing. That was the coolest thing I saw out of it. Motherfuckers aren't really using it like that. Their player base is dwindling.
They didn't even do the split screen thing that they said they were supposed to do.
And funny enough, people found a way to do it, and it runs perfectly fine. So I'm not sure what's a hiccup there.
No campaign.
Like,
I mean, I don't even know what the hell that game is supposed to be. Like at this point, 343 Studios just, and they need that title ripped away from them.
fire them. Honestly, I feel even like other free to play shooters that are big, Warzone. I just, even the community itself has dwindled away from it. I feel that Apex, it's still good. Like Apex hasn't really fallen off, but I feel that the love people once had for it is kind of dwindled away. I think that there needs to be a new hardcore casual game, and I feel
MW2
that,
baby.
I just about to say MW2 should fill that void, because as much as, and I don't mean to neglect indie games, because there's been a litany of like good indie games that like released during this period, but when hardcore casual gaming is good, it's good for the industry as a whole, right? Like 2K is now good, at least from what I've been hearing from other people, and people are actually enjoying playing 2K, and it doesn't seem to be the whole, like for a few years there was a whole like song and dance where it's like new 2K dropped, ha ha ha, I'm having so much fun. 2 months later, they're just like, they are ready to just delete their channel and like go get a CLD license. They're just like so done with it.
I had to stop myself from bringing my PS5 over here because I wanted to play 2K. I literally had to stop myself because I called my people to like ship it over, and I was like, dog, you're like, is this how you want to use your time getting upset at this? Like, find something different to do. Because I have my PC here now. My PC is here now. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it here, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I don't know. Do you agree with what I'm saying, Greg? Because it seems like you have a bit of a difference of opinion.
I disagree when you say that gaming should be bigger than what it was, than what it is now. But like, because when we went into lockdown, like people weren't doing nothing else but playing like Animal Crossing. What was that other game that came out with it? Doom Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
And like basically whatever was releasing. Like if you look at the sales figures for a lot of like,
there's a few bangers.
Astronomical.
Yeah,
there's a few bangers.
The sales figures for like Switch games right now, like Nintendo is printing money out right now. Like everything is selling for them. But the thing is, like when you say player bases are dwindling down, it's because people are going back to work now. Like companies are saying like, yeah, you guys need to come back to the office now. Like no more of this work from home. So I think that might be one of the reasons why we've seen player bases dwindle. And plus, a lot of people are sick and tired of what these companies are doing.
EA, Battlefield 2044, and 20,
Yeah.
whatever it is, the failed futuristic the failed futuristic Battlefield that no one enjoyed. Like
That game came and went.
Yeah, I saw it on sale for like $20. Had no interest in buying it.
Shit, they're throwing away. GameStops all over the country are throwing away Babylon Wall.
Yeah, but that's a shitty game that no one cares about. This is a shitty game that like this is a shitty game that people had hopes and dreams when it came to this game. Because when the way they marketed this game, they might as well have said, hey, this game will give you a fucking virtual blowjob. Like that is how revolutionary they really marketed this damn game to be. And I don't know why I made that analogy, but I don't know. But
also we've had like too much, like we have an influx of free to play games. Like we have way too many.
But they
Like
die out.
we have multiverses. We had
We had Spellbound. We had
I don't even know what that
Multiverses.
was. Brawlhalla,
Yeah, exactly.
Halo Infinite, all the Modern Warfare games, and then you got Skate. That's going to be a free to play game.
I have hope for
Like
that.
every game is a free to play game now. I think people have gotten tired of that.
I think it's just because it's an undeniable way to A, make money off microtransactions, and B, when the cost of entry is literally free, you'll put in at least a good 5 hours before deleting it.
That is true.
You'll put in some time. And honestly, they don't need everyone just like occasionally buying a skin. They just need whales. That's what they all look for. They just need those that like 0.1% of the fan base that will just literally buy anything in the store. That's what they're looking for, because they're having the same model as mobile games, and mobile games are built like crack cocaine in the 80s. Genshin Impact has people in a chokehold, okay? I'm talking about they can't tap out. They're just surrendering their wallets. I've seen, granted, these are content creators who can write off these purchases, but still, I've seen people be like, oh yeah, I dumped in like 30K into microtransactions just for like a lucky roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, does that go into the slicker thing? Because I feel like that's gambling. I don't care what anyone says. If you're spending that much money into a game where it's on rolls, like odds and stuff like that, that's gambling.
So, okay, so let me explain for you and for the crowd what Slicker was doing. Slicker was making bets on primarily tennis and golf sports bets, which is
why? That's horrible. Okay, wait, he's in the UK, right? Because I think when he talked, he sounded like he was from the UK.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I was about to say.
But
okay,
still,
but why
that's
not
not an
make
excuse.
bets on the Premier League, like parlays on the Premier League? What are you doing?
I don't,
tennis? What?
I don't know. Either way, he has an addiction, and that's not funny. But I feel that if you're gambling on like Tiger Woods getting a birdie or not, I really do think you're just trying to find a way to make this entertaining.
Ooh, that's another thing too. Gambling has gotten out of control.
I mean, because it's undeniably profitable. And also,
it feels like everybody I know
profitable for who? For the house, yeah.
Yeah.
And then profitable for the people streaming. The house always wins. That's the thing I don't get.
Well, it's not. Well, I think it's more like, you know, how when you're in a relationship, you know, things don't always get dictated by logic. I think the same thing applies here, where I think the high of winning outweighs anything else than the fear of losing, because I think people
always talk about the wins, they never talk about the losses.
Bro,
yeah,
that's the problem. People never talk about the losses. But they always talk about the winning.
No, people do talk about the losses. When
you're out of money, that's
when they talk about the losses. All they got to do is they got to get you one weekend. One weekend you got to hit once, and that's all they need. And then you're addicted from there. Now you walking around hot shot. You thinking, oh man, I just hit $100 on this Patriots Bucks game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bet the rest of it on, and then you lose everything, and then you get that feeling like shit. I gotta win that money back, and then you're
actually
starts.
Have a gambling store, because over here they have like a lot of casinos and stuff here. I was playing blackjack, and this was after I had a test, and I didn't do well on the test, so I was already taking L going in. I go in there with some friends. We're at the blackjack table. Buddy sits next. There's two of my friends sitting next to me. One of them, she lost $100, like straight up.
Oh, okay.
She lost $100 straight up. Then my other friends like, yo, like let's go out to a different blackjack table. Let's play a different table. I wasn't playing yet. I got convinced to play, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll put $60 down. We get to the table. She pulls out another $100. He pulls out another $100, or he pulls out $100. I pull out 60 because I wasn't gonna pull out $100. We all play. We keep playing and playing and playing. There's some old guy at the table, some old white guy at the table, and he notices that every time I lose a hand in blackjack, or I lose a hand, I like get a little tense. And he's like, "Hey man, like Just letting you know, if you can't handle the losses, this isn't for you. And I didn't let that bother me because I was like, this is old white guy talking. Like, I'm not gonna let this bother me. I lose all my money. And then it's $60, so it's like whatever. And his quote keeps on replaying in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit down. And as soon as I say I get up and I'm not sitting down, everyone at the table starts winning. Everybody keeps winning. The girl that lost $100 came out with $250. The guy came out with $300. Everybody at the table started winning. So how am I supposed to feel? At the end of the day, it's like,
That's how they got you.
I don't like losing. So even I think at that moment it taught me, like, yeah, I can't. The casinos is not for me. That happened in March. I haven't been gambling since. Like that was what taught me. Like losing $60. I can't imagine owing $300,000 to your friends and family and being like, nah, I gotta keep going.
Because the craziest thing is that I didn't even finish explaining the situation because L narration, but he had been doing this from like quite a while. I'm not quite sure the time frame, but it's been a matter of years. And he was caught by a family member beforehand and was like, hey, stop doing this or I'm going to tell our father. And I guess that's like this big thing for him where he's just like, no, don't tell papa. And I kid you not, she was like, oh, okay, whatever, this will be fine. And I think the reason why he was doing sports betting is probably because he couldn't do his whole he probably couldn't do like the typical stake deal, this typical stake gambling that most other streamers do. That's my guess on why he was doing that. But he got in deep into debt. It was, people round up the number to 300, but it might as well be 400 because I remember I was on CoffeeZilla, or no, it was Hassan reacting to CoffeeZilla, and in his video it said exactly 380, which is pretty much 400, like damn near $500,000, and he lost to gambling. And some of the things he did to get this money was absurd. He literally got money out of a cancer patient before, literally right before they were about to go for like some sort of therapy or something. Like
he got like 8,000, like 7,000.
You're breaking up, man.
He got like $7,000 from her. It was like completely deplorable, like $7K, something crazy he got from her.
And I'm just like, I understand. So pretty much Ludwig and XQC are trying to pay back the victims, but I don't agree with them doing that because I feel like this person needs to hit rock bottom. And especially after Hassan spoke to him, I watched the video of Hassan talking to him, and it seemed that he's just gonna fold again. I think as hard as it is, they need to let him hit rock bottom, or at bare minimum, do the thing he fears the most and tell his parents, and just disappoint them.
The whole internet knows, but his parents don't.
Yes, very odd. His sister found out, but his parents don't. Actually, and honestly, I believe it because, like, unless your parents don't know, like, unless your parents like don't know you as a content creator, I'm pretty sure it's easy to hide that section of your life, especially as an adult, and you're not even in the same roof. You know,
that's true.
Like, I think it's fairly easy to hide. I mean, my mom can barely freaking work. My mom can barely work the Fire Stick, let alone like trying to figure out this podcast.
Well, that is a fair point. That is a fair point.
He's $400,000 in debt.
That was 300.
See, people are rounding down, which is the craziest thing. Like, once it hits at 8, you're rounding down. Absurd.
You know who's into gambling too? Drake. What is Drake doing?
No, but Drake has a stake deal. Okay, it's fake. It's but then again, people that are like, I think Aiden Ross had said it, Drake has a stake deal. So there's a reason why he's doing that. But I watched Academics, and even Academics talked about it, where he was like, yeah, like actually agree with the Twitch ban and gambling. He's like, I'm only letting y'all know. I know I gamble on stream, but I need to let y'all know. And I never say this before, but I feel like I have to say it because I'm starting to see that a lot of people are getting into gambling. I'm $1 million in debt to the house. He's like, I can pay it off. Like, that's not a problem. I can pay the $1 million off. But my problem is if y'all get into it and y'all start borrowing money. He's like, I make a good amount of money a day. He's like, I make that. He's like $1 million that I owe to the house. That's like maybe 10 or 15% of what I make in a year. He's like 10 to 15 to 20% of what I make in a year. He's like, I can pay it back. That's not a problem. He's like, I don't want people getting themselves in a situation where you get into a point where you can't pay it back. But
Now,
I feel like people need to talk about the losses. People always talk about the gambling wins. They need to talk about the losses. That's the problem.
But I think,
Talk about how much money you lost.
Nah, I don't think talking about. I think you know what it is. I think it's the gambler's high, because I think people will naturally just gravitate towards the wins rather than the losses. Because even if you hear a sob story, like, it's not going to deter a lot of people. Because I mean, just like you, imagine if you won at that table, like, you know, that's like a shift right there. Like, who knows what would have happened. Like, a lot of people just start off with just one win, and it's like it spirals. And I just realized, like, I meant no offense by that analogy, but like, you get what I'm saying though, right? Like, all it takes is just one big win, and then you're hooked. And I think that, and it's an emotional thing. It's not. There's no logic to this.
They purposely do that. It's the same thing FIFA does with It's the
My
same
team.
thing EA does with FIFA, with the card packs and stuff like that.
Ultimate Team.
And
Yeah.
that's why the country Netherlands
They're
is
trying to ban it.
FIFA because of that, because it's basically gambling for children.
Yeah.
I think they should ban it. I think that shit's bad for them.
That's
like,
already
the amount of
that's the gateway into gambling.
Because the biggest problem with gambling, especially on a website like Twitch, is that I'm not even gonna take the stance of whole save the kids, because I think this past week at Twitch showed that motherfuckers don't care about the victims. Like, they just don't. But like, I think that it's almost damn, I'm really trying. I know what I want to say, but I really don't want to say it. Like, the best way I can put it, and the only way in my mind that, like, the PG way of saying this, like, it's a fundamental sin that is like just it's not like a passable thing that you can just let slide by, because it's almost a lapse in moral judgment. That's the best way I can put it. I don't know, but you guys get what I'm saying though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are certain times where you have to draw the line, and this is one of those times. You just have to draw the line and just be firm on it. Like, you don't have to make a space. You don't have to make a safe space for every single little thing that goes on in your platform, because it's not everything needs a space. Gambling does not need a safe space. There's a reason why it's banned on, you know, successful platforms like YouTube.
I'm happy that people are actually talking about it being an addiction, though, because I felt like it's never spoken about being an addiction. It is an addiction, bro. Yeah, I feel like even stocks at some point is an addiction.
If you're a day trader,
I remember when I was doing AMC day trades, bro. When AMC jumped up to $70-something, bro, that dopamine hit that I got was one of the best feelings I ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine winning a lot of money in gambling, and then, like, I get it. I understand that is an addiction. I can say in that moment, the $60 thing where I lost the money, I was like, I got it in that moment. You're right. The dopamine hit that you get from it is another level. So it's a addiction. I feel like we gotta talk about that part.
They just gotta get you once. That's it.
mm-hmm.
Gotta win a good weekend, and then the next thing you know, you're there the next weekend, and then you're there the next weekend. And now it becomes a routine. Now it's a part of your life. Now you're talking to other people about gambling. Now you're trying to convince other people, like, oh, you do parlays or anything like that. And now you've already it's consumed your life. It's already a part of your lifestyle.
Why'd
And
you
there's
just?
also this. Have you ever heard of this creator called Spencer Cornelia? His name is Spencer Cornelia. He's
That
done a
feels
lot
so
of videos
familiar.
about. Yeah, he's done a lot of videos about fake
Watch all
gambling.
out of his videos.
Yeah, he's done a lot of videos about fake gamblers, like fake influencers that, oh, this is how much I make each weekend. I'm making $400 on this, and he's exposing. I like that dude a lot.
Yeah, because people like him are necessary in this day and age. I mean, it goes back to Sean's point earlier, where it's like, hey, we need to talk about these losses. We need to talk about the lowlights. We need to stop looking up to these influencers, thinking that they got a bag. Where it's like, no, they made dog. You know, someone, I don't know if it was academics, it was someone. And it's like, yo, if you see a stack of cash and there's a blue band, ignore that nigga. It's all singles. It's all singles. I don't know who said that. If it was academics, I have to remember because I have to give you your flowers. I think it was academics. And it's one of the few times I was in my seat clapping it up at like 3:30 a.m. just being like, yes, thank you. Like, because as I wouldn't publicly say I'm an academic fan, but I enjoyed him on Everyday Struggle. I think sometimes he doesn't want to take accountability for the things he does, especially in, it's a bit of a gray area. But there are sometimes academic is fucking spitting, and he is so spot on. And I think that is one of the moments where he was just so spot on.
Listen, man, all these influencers are. There's a lot of people online who are trying to portray a lifestyle that they don't lead at all. You got women out here up to their neck in credit card debt, buying bags and shit, returning them the next day, posting it on Instagram. There's dudes out here renting Lambos and Ferraris. It's a dirty world we live in. It's a dirty world we live in. Did you ever hear about that one couple who's like $400,000 in debt? And it's like personal debt. It's not like a house.
I feel like I heard about this.
It was on TikTok.
Is it old? Was it a bit like this is a year ago or two?
I don't think it was a year ago. I think it was recently.
Really?
Yeah, we're like $400,000 in debt. It's like we have 3 cars.
Was this a black couple?
No, it was a white couple.
It was a white couple. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's like, "Oh, we got 3 cars. We have this boat we got to take care of, and we have all this other stuff, ATVs, clothes. I borrowed money here." She's like, "Oh, but it's all fine because we pay the note. That's it. Like we're not actively trying to lower that debt. It's just we pay the note. That's all." I was like, "Oh, Jesus. All right. You're one medical scare away from being in the trenches."
Mm-hmm. Which is fucking... Wait, what? How come Wait, what?
What?
I literally went out of full screen. Did both of you guys just turn on your cameras?
No.
Oh.
Have you not been on this whole time?
No. It was recording. It was going on the whole time, but like it just had your profile pictures.
Oh no, I've been here for a while.
Oh, well. Hey man, it's the content itself, okay? It don't matter. And honestly, that wasn't my fault. That was Discord's, so you can't talk shit. But I wanted to end this on a kind of stupid, lighter note. Let me bring that up here. Wow, got clean shit up here.
Oh, GTA 6. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, we can talk about that. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that.
Y'all agree with the leaker?
Hell no. Fuck that nigga.
The leaker's arrested now after leaking GTA 6.
A fucking 17-year-old hacks Uber and 2K. Like, what?
As someone that's actually in cyber stuff, like 36, can you tell me how this is even possible?
Oh, I'm not in cybersecurity because that's a funny thing about... Huh?
They said it was phishing.
Yeah. It makes
basically,
sense.
He was just trying a whole bunch of people's passwords. And then I guess somebody explained it that it was like a lot of people are lazy that they will just, when you have 2-step activation on and it tells you, oh, you logged in Martin County or something. Mm-hmm. Somebody probably was like, fuck it. Yeah, stop annoying me. And then I guess he got in that way. That's
Damn.
not to say that's how he actually did it, but they said it was just fishing.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a defective employee at first until they
Mhm.
said it was a 17-year-old in the UK of all places.
yeah, you would have expected somewhere like either here or like Russia or somewhere where it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He missed the Sidemen charity match then.
Yo,
That
that
was
was
a game.
that was iconic. I'm gonna be honest, like I love seeing YouTubers come together because it genuinely brings a smile to my face. As much as like Speed is kind of
Hey, don't go as Speed. Don't go as
Speed is a great
I like
content
Speed.
creator. He's a great
I like
content
Speed.
creator, but sometimes, I mean, we all know he can go off his rocker sometimes.
Bro,
But
Speed was hilarious during that game.
he
Come
was
on.
phenomenal. He really stole the show, in like my personal opinion. Not to say that no one else shined, but like he was the star. You know?
He was Ronaldo, bro. He was
Mhm.
Ronaldo. Even though he didn't score anything, he was Ronaldo.
Yeah. We need justice for Speed because that goal should have counted. It really shouldn't have, but it should have counted.
There was some bangers in that game, though.
I think
There was
Chunks
some
got a
bangers.
goal, and it was a nice one too.
Yeah, no, someone Speed got a tackle. He tackled someone and it led to
It
an
was
assist. That was
KSI.
he tackled KSI, but there's another person that he tackled that led to an assist that like
He's
led
gotta-
to an
he's gotta-
amazing goal.
If he's gonna do this again, he's got to clean up some of them tackles. Some of
Bro,
them are like,
he's gonna destroy someone's ankles.
that's somebody who really get hurt by you tackling recklessly.
I mean, he gets an A for effort. I'll say that.
But yeah, GTA 6.
Wait, is I Show Speed the Patrick Beverly of soccer? Just running around there, 0 points, zero.
Oh.
He put up a quad 0, just barking the whole damn time.
How you feel about them Finns, G?
Oh, baby, we going to the playoffs.
3-0, right?
3-0. Oh,
And we ain't beat some scrubs either. We beat real teams. These are not no scrub teams. We beat the Ravens and we beat the Bills. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Oh, like the way you guys beat them doesn't matter. We beat them.
Is
We beat
Tua
'em.
injured or I don't know?
I
Some
hope
sort
not.
of like neck thing or like.
I hope not.
I don't know much about football. I just watch Twitter highlights and see people go crazy like that.
Listen. Tua looked like the Hawaiian Jesus Christ against the Baltimore Ravens. I looked at Tua like he was Jesus Christ coming down the fucking heavens. I was like, oh my God, this man just threw for 5 touchdowns in the second half. Oh my God. And people were trying to like get down on him, like, oh, it's Tyreek Hill, he's open and stuff, like, oh, he was just throwing to open receiver. Like,
That's what a quarterback does. That's what he
Dummy.
wants.
they do. They throw the ball to the open receiver.
Got orange. What is the term? Armchair quarterbacks.
Yeah, a bunch of armchair quarterbacks talking about, oh, he's just throwing to wide open receivers. Of course, that's their job, to get separation and get open.
Like, I know Barry McCockner says that a lot because he's like, oh, I like it when quarterbacks do long throws and they throw in tight windows. I'm like, yeah, it's fun to watch. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Justin, fun to watch for those reasons, and not the tight window part, but the long throws. But like, I mean, Tua's doing enough to win games. We're playing the Bengals on Thursday, I believe. I really thought the Bills game was the test, and I think we passed the test. I really felt like we did everything to lose that game at the end, but honestly, I'm very surprised. I thought the team was going to be good, but I didn't think they were going to beat the Bills. I knew we could split. I thought we could split, but bro, like, I don't care what they say, the Bills were injured or whatever. Like, the whole secondary wasn't there.
You play who you play against. Whoever's lined up against you, that's who you play.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got the Bengals' ass. I think we can beat them.
Tell that to Warriors fans. Yeah.
I think we could. I think we got the Bengals. I think we're not going to lose a game until like
the Bengals don't look that great right now. So
the Bengals look like mid. They look hella mid. But I wouldn't be shocked if they come back and they beat the Dolphins because they've been looking hella mid. So I'll keep my expectations low.
So
another team who's a dark horse right now is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be right on the lookout.
They look good.
They look better than last year. Certainly better than last year.
Man, Urban Miller not fucking college kids really makes a difference, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
But I wanted to end this show on a lighter note, you know, just for a little goofs and gabs. I saw this tweet the other day and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Share your screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now. So I found this tweet showing what a group of UC Berkeley it's the University of California. Oh my God, I can't read for shit.
Yeah, UC Berkeley.
Yeah,
UC
a
Berkeley.
group of students studying trends in music at the University of California. UC Berkeley ranked and decided were the most influential albums of the past decade. Jesus Christ, I need to read a fucking book. I'm an illiterate fuck.
This looks like something somebody from UC Berkeley would listen to.
All right,
This whole thing looks like it. Mac DeMarco, Mac Miller, Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator,
Brockhampton, too much Brockhampton, and Kevin Abstract, MGMT, Cherry Bomb.
Influential or just good? I feel like
influential.
No, influential.
Yes.
There's a lot of good albums on here, but not influential.
Yes. Kids See Ghost.
Where is Finally Rich? Where is Finally Rich here? Do I not see Finally Rich?
Nigga, it is UC Berkeley. They don't know what the hell drill is. It's not. It doesn't translate to to sheet music, so they don't know what the fuck it is. Okay. Huh? What do you say?
I'll agree with Channel Orange. Because of the internet, I don't know if I agree with that.
Nostalgia Ultra also.
Nostalgia
Wolf.
Ultra, I'll agree with.
Actually, no. I'd put Igor. I put Igor over Wolf in terms. No, Flower Boy and Igor. Both of those, I would definitely put over. It's a tie.
That some rap songs is on here, like Earl Sweatshirt. Some rap songs is on here. That's not my favorite Earl Sweatshirt project. Like,
how is Damn not on here?
This is from motherfucker.
Where's To Pimp a Butterfly, if anything? Like, what?
And why is there so much MGMT? Like, I don't get this.
And if you're gonna have a Kanye album, you're gonna have that one on there.
And also, they have
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. What?
Look at the bottom. It's actually crazy. They have My Chemical Romance. I think it's a Black Parade. They have the Tame Impala, the One Ball album.
Currents is hard. Currents is hard. I actually agree with that one. Currents is pretty good.
No. I'm just saying, like, look what's here. I'm not attacking. I'm just saying, look what's here. But I'm just like, they have the Pink guy. I remember this album. It's the Pink guy of all fucking things. They have Bastard. I don't like Bastard. I'm gonna be honest, and I can finally say this without getting scrutiny from a lot of niggas. I never liked Bastard. It's too fucking edgy for a suburban black kid, and that's saying something.
I don't like Bastard or Goblin either. You're not alone.
Yeah, like, they have Joe G here. They have Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap, which I wholeheartedly agree with. There's only maybe 5, maybe 4 albums I agree with.
You want to start from the top and just go down?
Because of the internet.
I know you like it because of the internet.
How is Trilogy not on here?
That's honestly, I know someone's gonna get upset if I say this. Why is Take Care not on here?
Why is
I feel like even if you're in a
Flockabilly not on
suburban
here?
area, Take Care should be here.
But how's there no Weekend album on here?
If you're not reading this, it's too late. Flockavelli. Hell, fucking, if you're gonna do this, put fucking OG Mako while you're here. If you're gonna do this, put
The Culture, Migos Culture
Yeah.
1 at least.
Future. I don't even like Future. You have to put him on here if you're talking about influential. Dirty Sprite 2. If Dirty Sprite 2,
Yes,
I don't like Future. When I say this, Dirty Sprite 2 is an influential fucking album. It is, whether I like it or not, it objectively has bangers.
3-6. I think I have an idea. How many albums are on here? We're gonna actually just make our own list then, because this is just wrong.
3,
I think we should just
4,
make our own
5,
list because this is wrong. But that's like a separate idea thing.
7, 8,
What
9.
What did Kids See Ghost influence?
I think it's a great album. I don't know why you don't like that album, G.
No,
No,
I never
it's
said I didn't
influence.
like it. I'm just saying, what did it influence?
I don't think influence anything though. I will agree with that part.
Because if you have an influential album, that's a dual album. Watch the Throne should be on there instead.
I think the only thing I can say is influential. The first line, I don't see any influential albums. You guys might say Flower Boy, but I can't really say Flower Boy.
Dog, Tyler got radio play off this.
I think it changed Tyler's career, but that doesn't mean influence. I'll agree with Igor. I'm not going to agree with Flower Boy.
Yeah, but like, it changed.
I'll put Blonde over everything on the top list.
Blonde over every. Oh, there's Childish Gambino. How could I forget this? Awaken My Love, Gentrified Soul. Yeah, gotta love it.
I love it too. That's one of my favorite. I hated the album until I went back to it 2 years later. I'm like, oh my god, like why did I sleep on this? This is amazing. Like
I mean,
it's
if
still
you're
my favorite album to this day by him, but I don't know if I would say it's influential. It's an amazing album, but I wouldn't say influential.
I think it had some impact in the
I
modern
mean,
music. So, because I mean, this was the
On
first
the
time.
list.
I think it's a lot of people's exposure to like. I just made a joke about it being gentrified soul, but it's a lot of people's it's Baby's first soul album. Like
I mean,
think
if you're into Asian chicks, it makes sense like why it's influential. But that's about it.
We have 16, 22, and then the album, the bottom is like, what is that? 9 albums on each line.
I just don't understand how this. I just don't understand how Trilogy is not on here. Because Trilogy influenced R&B for the whole entire decade.
yeah, or at bare
Dude,
minimum,
just make it. We're just make another list. Just make another list. We're just
We'll
gonna,
make
Yeah.
another list. Just make
Yeah.
this.
don't give him the sauce.
I mean, we're already giving it to him, but hey, we're definitely gonna ride the wave. But you wanna wrap it up like a condom?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I am funny enough, I actually should change this because I go by Lucky Fox now. I need okay, I'm gonna be honest. Chat, someone please give me a fucking name. I don't like my government name. I'm very bad at naming myself. Anything I can create, it's either I need a name, all right, that I can say to someone and they would actually know instinctually more or less what to type. I can't give a name where it's like 316. There's 30 million different ways to say this name. How the fuck are you gonna find me? I need something that's searchable, and I need something that actually isn't shit. Yeah. To the 2 people that are here, please, something. I need it. Also, so we have Don Jamal and Zahir Al Ghul. We are the Flozone. Hopefully we will be back for more content. Well, not hopefully. We most definitely will. And yeah, also look out for content on my personal channel. You're the best. What should I review next? I'm not Anthony Vitano. Goodbye.